Clinton tops Donald Trump in the latest national polls, but if you ask voters anonymously who they like, the results are a lot different. And evidence of that can be found through an app called Zip, the question and answer app. Joining us right now to explain, Alana Markey and Rick Militi. They're the co-founders of Zip, the question and answer app. They join us today from San Diego. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Okay, so your results are a lot different than the what we see at the Real Clear Politics average. For instance, right now Hillary's up by 6 or 7, something like that. But I'm going to show folks one of the questions that you put out there on your app. You say, new polls suggest Trump is getting crushed by Clinton. Do they reflect how you're going to vote? 81% say no, Trump is still my man, and about 20% say Hillary has my vote. Alana, explain why the answer, your results, are so much different than the polls we've been seeing.
Well, first and foremost, Zip is not a poll. It's not positioned as a poll. It's an anonymous conversation that's happening nationwide, and we have users that are over 13 across the U.S., exclusively in the U.S. So because it's conversational, we feel like that's why our results are really so accurate and representative of how people are talking.
Okay.
I think it's also important to note that everyone who answered these questions are probably over 18, because that's how it was sent out.
Sure. So you don't know exactly who it is, but nonetheless, you have a pool of 100,000 people you ask these questions of.
Yeah.
Whereas a
greater than.
Right. Exactly. A random poll that somebody might put out there, they might ask 500, 1,000, something like that. So you've got lots more people. Rick, do you have any idea who the people are who are responding to these questions?
Well, we know their ages, we know where they're located, and we know their gender. We have quite a bit of psychographic information. I think the first thing to understand is, Zip is a social app, so it's not intended to be a political app. It's people having conversations about everything in life, and it's all done in a question-answer format. And then they get the immediate results. It's instantaneous. It's actually real time in percentages. Right. So you could ask any question and get percentages back. But we know that they're in every state of the country.
Okay.
We know that we are not politically motivated, so they're just random people. Sure. That we got off of mostly Facebook.
And Alana, here's another question. Polls say people don't like Trump. Be honest, do you like him or dislike him? And 60% about say polls are wrong, love him or like him. Do you think part of this is because your app is anonymous and people don't have to tell a person, I like Donald Trump, because they might judge the person who's doing the talking?
100%, and we've actually had some users and people weigh in that it's almost like a reverse Bradley effect. That's something that's been coming up pretty recently. Yeah. So we do think because Zip is an anonymous forum, people don't feel that fear of repercussion, and there's no room for bullying or commentary, so they really are expressing their honest opinion. Okay, so if the election were held today, according to the Zip app, Donald Trump would win, according to Alana and Rick. Thank you very much for joining us today from San Diego. Interesting stuff.